Alright, you feckers, I'm gonna tell you how to make a feckin' gosh darn feckin' shepherd's pie done. Alright, you're gonna start off with our ingredients. You're gonna get over here, you fucking Englishman. Alright, you got some feckin', those be fire peppers, but they're sweet, you know, they're little and tiny and they're great. You're gonna need some feckin' whole milk, just about like, you know, 1/3 of a cup, unless you're a Welshman, in which case you'll use a lot more because they're dregs of society. And then you're gonna need about 3 potatoes, but I'm hungry, so we're using fair. Now you're gonna wash those off real good then. Alright, you're gonna need a feckin' onion, right? You're gonna need salt. You're gonna need feckin' pepper. Wait, the other way around, that'd be salt. Salt is the right one. You're gonna need basil. You're gonna need butter. You're gonna need feckin' carrots. You're gonna need feckin' mushrooms. Or whatever you really feel like putting in this fecker. I mean, it's a shepherd's fucking pie. You know, you can put with it. You're gonna need you're gonna need a lot of green beef. I use the natural stuff, you know, I don't like steroid, you know, Lou Ferrigno feckin' cows. But, you know, after that, you might need one of these. This is for boiling the potatoes. Oh, and then you're gonna get it all ready there. And the next thing we're gonna do is we're just gonna generously, you know, skin these feckers. You know, you really don't want a lot of the skin in your shepherd's pie, because that's just Welsh, and you don't want that, do you? Now, for all you feckin' Italians out there, you don't want to use this kind of feckin' knife. This is just a feckin' toothpick, eh? You want to use an Irish knife, a proper fucking knife. Alright. And now we're gonna get chopping on them. We're gonna quarter them like a quarter pence. And you know, once they're cut, they'll never be the same once more again. All the while, you're just gonna be boiling the water. Okay, then, once they're chopped up then, and you get the water, boil the water. You're gonna get the potatoes, my pretties, and you're gonna put them in there. Now, you're gonna put the potatoes. Now the potatoes are going in the water. Oh God! Sweet Irish Jesus! Alright, you're gonna put the potato in the water. And once they're in the water there, and you're boiling the potato more. Oh God! Alright, you're putting the potatoes. Oh! Alright, they're in the water. You're putting the feckin' heat on medium there, like something medium. Now, you're gonna time this for about. You're gonna do it for 20 minutes, alright? And now you're gonna have the potatoes. Alright, they're gonna be nice and tough. Now while you're doing this, you're gonna have to start chopping that shit. Alright? As you fucking know, onions can't be fucking trusted, so you're gonna have to chop this one especially fucking well. And I'm just, you gotta chop that shit. And it's, you chop Now, once the onions are nice and cut up, as they are, nice and in a bowl, they're all diced, very small, because you really don't want it to be too big for your mouth, that is. We're gonna just cut up the carrots and the mushrooms, and we're gonna get them nice and small as well, so that, you get the ability to chew them, without suffocating to death. And all you're going to do is just put a big old chunk of butter on this here big old frying pan. And now you could already see I let the frying pan heat up a little bit. We're going to spread that out a little bit. And now the first thing, if you want to take a look at these onions, they are not cooked. We're about to remedy that. Now the first thing that goes in is always going to be the onions. You want them to be a bit translucent, like the tyranny of England. Now this would be about where you preheat the oven to fair 100. You're going to add the rest of these veggies. Now we have our carrots, we have our our mushrooms, and we have our fucking peppers. Now we're going to slowly put them in there. Alright. Right. And then you're just gonna shake things up a little bit, you know. Now any shepherd will tell you that this is the point where, you know, you're gonna throw in the meat and you're gonna put it. Fuck that, they're wrong. You just have to let this stuff kind of come together, and this is really when you're gonna get your basil, alright, and you're gonna season it. You're gonna put a little bit of the basil, just a little bit of the basil, and then you're gonna get your pepper, and you're gonna just pepper it, you know, gingerly, with a little bit of that black pepper. And now, for a little bit of that extra oomph, you're really gonna want to put a lot of salt in there, like a whole lot of salt. You're really gonna dump that shit on there. And you know, the thing about salt, you can never have too much of it. It keeps meat from going bad, and it keeps other things, you know, and it's just, oh, look at all that salt. It's delicious. Alright, now, moving right along, you're gonna just kind of keep this all moving. Keep the flavors coming together. You know, you don't want any side to get burned. Maybe add a little more butter. Ah, that's a great idea. Hey, just a little more butter. Hey, that's a great frickin' idea. Oh, hey, a little more butter for that stir fry you got going there. Now you're gonna turn the heat down a little bit and just let it sit. Now while it's just sitting there, you're gonna get your potato. You're gonna have a look at this. Like, you're gonna get your potato and you're gonna pull them in a bowl with holes in it. Well, that's a funny looking bowl. Well, it's by design, lad. You're gonna put your potatoes. Oh yeah, right in there. Hopefully you don't get burned. All right, cause that's not fun at all. Now you're gonna give this a bit of a swirl there. Hey, and then you're just gonna walk back over to. Oh, the pot's empty. With the heat off now, this bowl will be your mashing zone. Alright, you're gonna put the potatoes back in there. And here's an interesting thought. Let's put a little bit of butter. Just a wee bit of the butter. And you're gonna just put it in the potatoes. Now, I for one think we need some more dairy in here. So we're gonna put a wee bit of milk. Hey, and then you're gonna get one of these funny looking tools. I personally don't know what it's called. It kind of looks like a waffle, but a little more phallic. So we're just gonna sort of smush that down, mash if you will. And we're gonna mash the potatoes. Oh, just gonna mash the potatoes like the English. And they're mashed. They're nice and mashed. Now this is a very important part of the plan there. We're going to get this non-Blue beef. And we're gonna put it in there with the vegetables, aye. And that's really all there is to it. And you know, a few people may say that I should have probably washed it before I threw it in with fresh food. Those people are pussies. Now, what you do is you get one of these wooden things, alright, and you just kind of mush it in there, right? You mush it in there, and you mix it in there. You're gonna mix everything together. And you'll start to notice you got the first part of the shepherd's pie coming together. You have your meat and your veggies and it's looking good. And once you kind of mash it together, kind of mix it a little bit better than I'm doing, you're gonna just let it sit And you're gonna let it brown. You see that part right there? Until the whole thing is that color, you'll die if you eat it. So you don't want to do that, especially if you skip the washing part like I did. This is highly, highly poisonous red meat, and you want to make sure it's fully cooked. So, you have your non-lethal beef with your veggies all mixed in there. We seasoned it, it's looking real good. Have your potatoes. Now, I've been stirring it up with a little bit of extra milk until you get that creamy texture you're looking for. You know, it's just the rolling sort of hills of potatoes. I'm gonna get a baking tray, somewhat similar to this one. You're gonna get a little bit of butter, just a wee bit of butter, and you're gonna rub it. Oh, that bottom of that thing. Until you're all set. And the first thing that comes into play is going to be your beef with your veggies and stuff. So, we got our pan. The oven is preheat to 400. And we're gonna get our wooden thing. And just lightly lay it out in there. And you're gonna keep on putting it in there. Gently with, a little bit of gusto too, because you don't want to seem too effeminate. And you're spreading it out now. Once you got it all in there, squished down into every corner of the pan. You're gonna put in, layered on top, the potatoes. Now, you're gonna just sort of nicely put small, little tiny spoonfuls like this on top of there. And little by little, neatly, so carefully, you're going to do it right. You're going to get it right on there. And now you're going to spread it out over the whole thing. Now, this is where it starts looking like a shepherd's pie. You just spread it across there, and it starts to look like a handsome shepherd's pie. Now, what I like to do at this point is I like to just get a wee bit of butter, right? And you're just gonna put just the weeest little slice. You're just gonna put it. Now, the tricky part. We're gonna put it in the oven. Stand back, you fucker! Oh Lord, sweet Jesus! Oh Lord, oh God! Alright, I know that it's there for 400 fucking degrees, like Catholic hell. It will cook for 30 minutes, or until golden brown on the top, maybe bubbling a little bit. Not a scientist, not even a chef. And we'll see what happens. Alright, now we're gonna turn down the oven to 350. We're gonna take the fecker out there, right? And now you see what I'm talking about, right? I'm about to go out and brown it. The current and brown. We're gonna take some of this. This is straight cheddar cheese. Alright? And we're gonna just layer it on there. Oh, we're gonna just put it all over there. Put it all over the shepherd's pie. Oh. And it's gonna taste fucking awesome. There's 2 things in this world that are true. 3 things for a matter of fact. The first thing is cheese and dairy. It tastes fucking great. The second thing is that cheese and dairy taste great with fucking meat. Alright, and the third thing is you can't trust a fucking Englishman. Alright, now, we put it all over that pie there, that cheese. We're gonna put it back in the oven at 350 this time. For just about 5 minutes or something. Or, you know, whatever the metric system thing for a minute is. Would you look at that cheese? We're gonna let it set for 5 minutes. And now that it's done, we're gonna have the final tasting. We're gonna see how it turned out. Now we let it cool for approximately 20 seconds. That's just about long enough for it to cool down. And we're gonna try it. Here we go. Alright. Oh.
You gonna kill yourself.